Ambassador Benjamin Ho and his wife Jennifer departed Belize yesterday as his term has come to an end in Belize. Ambassador Ho has been very active during his term and has never shied away from the public or media interviews. Last Friday, as the government of Belize dedicated the Villa Fiore to the late Ambassador Edward Lang, Deputy Prime Minister paid tribute to Ambassador Ho.
Occasion this morning, but it is also a sad occasion because unfortunately we have to say goodbye to Ambassador Benjamin Ho, who has been, as you know, I feel that in fact my task this morning is a bit redundant because many in Belize, if not all, know of the wonderful work of Ambassador Benjamin Ho. I believe he is one of the better known ambassadors, not to knock anybody else, but he's one of the better known ambassadors and certainly one that is well appreciated among his peers in the diplomatic corps. And so while it is sad that we will see him go, certainly his accomplishments as ambassador of Taiwan to Belize, and in fact I know that Ambassador did not serve his first stint in Belize as ambassador. In fact, he was here many years ago in a different capacity in the diplomatic corps. And in fact, as I look through his write-up that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was kind enough to provide me with, we see that he has had a long, distinguished career in the public service of his government. And in fact, he has one other thing in common with Belize, that he started in the public service, or in the foreign service, to be more accurate, at the time, just around the time that Belize gained its independence. So we are 35 and he's 35 in the service.
Deputy Prime Minister Faba noted the contributions made by Taiwan to Belize through Ambassador Ho since he came into the country to serve this term.
Ambassador Ho has been a true friend to Belize, and this inauguration today, the gift of the building, is just but one example of the many things that he did to ensure that the relationship between Belize and Taiwan is stellar, but also to make sure that we here in Belize get a bit more in terms of accomplishing what our developmental goals are. And if I were to name just a few of those things, Ambassador Ho was of course instrumental in making sure that Belize was one of those 4 countries, or was it? No, that the meeting of the 4 heads, remember when President Ma was leaving, was held here in Belize. They could have selected any of the other 3 countries, but we're sure that Ambassador Ho had a hand in making sure that it was done in Belize. That was in March of this year. And we know, of course, of the donation of helicopters to assist us in our defense and security. We know as well that Ambassador Ho was instrumental in making sure that there were contributions in the area of health, especially as it relates to fighting chronic renal failure. We know as well of the tremendous support that has come for infrastructure, not limited to this building, also road infrastructure, where a total of 32.8 kilometers of the highway between the dump in Toledo and the village of Jalacte, which is on the border with Guatemala to the west, was paved. And so these accomplishments, and I'm sure we're not getting all of them, they're among the major accomplishments of Ambassador Ho in his time here. And we would like, ladies and gentlemen, to place on record our gratitude to Ambassador Benjamin Ho.
Ambassador had served in Belize in a different capacity prior to his posting at the Taiwan Embassy in July 2014. Succeeding Ambassador Benjamin Ho is His Excellency Charles Kiyu Lu, who arrived in the country today.